it's me. Sorry, I'm a bit late. It's been a morning. Let me tell you, it's been a morning. So, let me just check that everything is doing what it's meant to do, and then I will update you with the morning I've already had. Okay, so that all looks fine. Have I got my email? Yes, so that's all good. Phew. So, my morning. Let's start with, today is the first day that we're not dieting. So our January diet finished yesterday. I know January still has another day to go, but our January diet finished yesterday, so that's all good. And so I got up, had a nice leisurely breakfast, as you do, treating myself to something a little more than I have been over the last 4 weeks. Morning, Donna. Hello, you. How are you, my friend? Wow. Gosh, it must be late or very early for you. Hello, Sherry. Donna, I see you're doing a massive come and try I Love Stamping event. Fingers crossed, good luck with that. I hope it is a major success. I'm sure it will be. So yes, so I got up, had breakfast. I had my first proper appointment with the chiropractor this morning. That was interesting. Never been to a chiropractor before. Basically, I'm not straight at all. So that's fine. Lots of money is going out of my bank account to see if we can straighten things up. Oh, not too bad. 9:13 in the evening. So before I went to the chiropractor, I made sure that everything was working okay. Came back, obviously leisurely, because everything was working okay until I tried to set it all up. And then it wasn't. One of my cameras decided it wasn't working. Joy. So sorry I'm a little late. Hello, Karen. Yes, I love stamping. I saw your Instagram live. I'm sure it's going to be an absolute smash. It's going to be great. And I get to see my friend Donna in May, because we're both on the cruise, which is going to be awesome. Cannot wait. So, yeah. Just finished your team meeting. Which is why you're online. So I am going to be looking at Regency Park today. Huge, mega sweet. 2 stamp sets, a punch, dies, an embossing folder, Milky Dots, which is my January gift. So anyone who uses the host code and shops with me in January with an order that qualifies you for Sale-a-bration, you get the Milky Dots from me as a gift. We've also got the navy ribbon and the most gorgeous paper. Hello, Shaz. You just got Mexico, Donna. I'm about 25%, but many congratulations. That is just amazing. Donna is just a tour de force. If you don't know her, go and find her on Instagram and Facebook and all that good stuff. She is amazing. What she has done is just jaw-dropping. She's even majorly moved from one area to another area in Australia, so almost had to start again. So to earn Mexico already, I'm only slightly green with envy, Donna. Right, so as I promised on my Instagram story, we're going to do 2 cards. One is going to be very Regency Park, ditzy flowers and all that good stuff, and one isn't. So I'm going to start with the ditzy flower version. Turn my lights on. And me too, but I need more people to love crafting with me and buy from me and join my team and all that good stuff. Great time to join, of course, because we've got the most amazing starter kit, which is just awesome. So, ditzy first. I'm going to show you the papers and the colours that they go with and all the good stuff, and then we're going to start crafting. So let's flip the camera down. This is the bit that wasn't working. Yay! Oh, no, I want that one. That's better. So you can see me as well. And I have me visible, so if you're hard of hearing, you may be able to lip read, although I do blether rather a lot. Oh, and so those of you that have watched my studio tour, two things. A, the shelving units with the cupboards underneath, with the shelves underneath, those have roller shutters that come down normally. But I didn't show you that happened because a lot of you were saying, wow, you've got lots of open storage. Most of it's not. And also, what was the other thing I was going to say about that? My brain's gone. Oh yes, tut. I had some questions about what tut is. And tut is generally basically just stuff, but I call it tut. So it's stuff that you've collected you need, but isn't really a thing. So it's not stamp pads. It's little easels. It's foil. It's cling film. It's all the things that you need if you're going to be crafting. I mean, not everyone needs them, but it's just stuff. But tut. Oh, Donna, thank you. Everyone join Liz. You need a discount. Absolutely. 20% off. Plus you get your, the starter kit, sterling, and I must get the euros for the current starter kit in my head. But sterling, if you don't want the mini cut and emboss machine, like you've already got one, if you haven't already got one, you're going to need it. So if you're just buying the basic starter kit, which you get to choose everything that goes in there, £99 for £170 of product. I mean, seriously. Plus pay an extra £26 and you get a mini cut and emboss machine worth £59. It's a no-brainer. Hello, Sherry. Now that I've seen your studio, I can picture you in your studio as you craft. Oh, bless. Shaz is holding on to an order to see new online stamps available. Yes, and there's going to be a new kit available tomorrow, which is for a wreath. That's like springtime wreath. It's going to be really pretty. Sherry, I meant now I can picture. Yes, I understood. Come and organise you. Shaz, if I told you how long it took me to get that sorted out. I did a reel, or was it a story? Anyway, one or the other. It really didn't take that little amount of time. Hello, Leslie, how are you? Right, so let me show you the paper. So, as I say, it's Ditzy patterns. We've got in the colours Petal Pink, Sweet Sorbet, Mango Melody, Shaded Spruce, a colour I don't use that much, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. It's on pages 30 and 31 of your January to April catalogue. And it's gorgeous. It's 6x6, so this is the size. I'll do the A sides and come back to the B sides. I will be using that one. Then we've got, so really, as I say, Ditzy patterns. What I would call a Ditzy pattern. I could have a lovely week in a Devon. Yes. Would that it only took a week. So when I was putting up my new cabinet, which I know a lot of you spotted quite a while ago, I sliced the edge off my little finger. I had to use those stitches, the ones that come on a strip to hold it together. It bled everywhere. I hadn't realised I'd done it. My hands were so cold. I hadn't realised that I'd done it until there was blood all over this lovely white cupboard. And then I realised what I'd done. But yeah, I think it was my left hand and I sliced like a whole section off the side of my hand. It was quite pretty, really. So those are the A sides. So let's flip them over and do the B sides. So we've got a little dot. We've got, this is the pattern that's on the embossing folder, which again, this is it in Balmy Blue. Oops. We've got stripes. We've got more splatter dots. We've got a like fabric background. Great for men as well, please. This is great for men as well because we have got, I mean, it's predominantly for women, I would grant you, but something like that. Tell me you can't make a masculine card with that. Mango Melody. Oh, loving Mango Melody. And then again, we've got this sort of fabric background. So, you haven't heard about the new stamps. They are going to be launched, so demonstrators can order. It's an online exclusive. We're going to have, I think, quarterly online exclusives, which are basically, they're never going to be in a catalogue. There may be some you know, some things that sell out quickly, some things that are then replaced. So it's going to be a bit like kits. They're only going to be available online, and what's available will be online. I don't think that as a demonstrator we're going to be able to see what the stock levels are like, which may be a bit of a query for me. But as a demonstrator, we can pre-order some of the items that are coming from tomorrow with a 20% discount. And if you join, you can put those items in your starter kit. So you can add those to your 170 starter kit. Good morning, Linda from Michigan. I think we may have a number of people that join from Michigan. Hello, Brenton. Another Aussie has joined us, and I know that it's now 11:25-ish, sorry, 9:25-ish in the evening, because Donna told me, and you're both on the same time zone, I think. So, those are the patterns. I'm going to be using this one first for my, what I would call classic. It's going to look like kind of Regency Park was probably intended to look. Fairly straightforward, fairly simple. I've die cut, let me show you the stamps. 2 stamp sets, they're both photopolymer. This stamp set, if you only buy 1 stamp set, make it this, because we've got thanks, thinking of, let's celebrate dear friend, you love, and we've got your new adventure for whatever. So thanks for, I don't know, for something. But you can make them up. So you've got your anniversary, your graduation, you are amazing, happy birthday, new baby, best wishes. So you can do lots and lots of different sentiments with that. You've got some florals to work with. This goes with the Sentimental Park dies. I'm loving that we have the same name for the stamp set as the dies. So we've got 3 labels. 2 of them have got flowers attached, and 1 is a straight label. Lots of little flower accessories. This die cuts the flower that's in the stamp set. This die cuts this and the leaves. This is die cut with this, and that's obviously the same. So you've got some things that are standalone and some things that are not. Oh, it's 10:25. Okay, in which case that's because Donna is in a different time zone. Okay. Because it's 9 something with Donna. So that's Sentimental Park. Petal Park comes with a punch. So if you're looking for quick and easy, Petal Park is fandabby-dozy, but doesn't have sentiments. And it's all 2-step stamping, as is the first one. So we've got lots of flowers, and these punch out, and leaves, and it's just amazing. So, although I'm not sure that that's the right punch. No, that's the wrong punch. Let me find the right punch. It'll be that punch. Let's try that punch instead. That would be better. And these flowers stamp as one, so they fit into this space, and then the leaf is independent. But it does mean you can do all 3 flowers in one hit. And we may well be doing that. So I'm going petal pink for this card, and I had card bases. There we are. I do have card bases. So card bases. I've got a petal pink card base, obviously, and this one is going to be, as I say, the ditzy floral version. Let me grab my bone folder, which is hiding. My brain is going to be a bit weird because A, I've been to the chiropractors, which she did warn me that I may feel a little lightheaded, and also the fact that everything went wrong this morning hasn't helped. So the joy with this is you've got your white frame. Obviously you don't have to have it white, but you can fit these in. So they slip in. So you've got the flowers coming over your other frame. It's just so clever. So that's what you can do. different states in Australia have different times. You're in Queensland. Yeah, I kind of got that different states do, but I was thinking, you know, Western Australia versus Eastern Australia. Hadn't realised that it happened north and south as well. Brenton loves the sentimental part dies. They are gorgeous. Haven't actually shown them to you, have I, properly? Ooh. So let me show them to you rather than just the cuts. So we've got, no, I did show them to you. I'm going mad. At least I think I did. So yes, 2 frames, a standalone frame, and then, yeah, I did show them to you. I said my brain is gone. Good morning, Carol. No, you're not late. I was late starting. Leslie loves the whole suite, and she's got it. Hello, Karen from New Hampshire. Somehow you missed your notification. I was late, but you should still have got your notification. I need that. It's my coffee. It's only my second coffee of the day. Right. Okay. So I'm going to cut this down, and I'm going to do some punching. Ooh, and here's a thing. Here's a thing. And I think it is a thing. It is a thing, I think. If that wasn't in the way, I think you can punch. If I could get it in the right way round. I'm going to cut this down anyway, and I'm going to see if I can punch from the paper. So I'm looking for my trimmer, which I know exactly where it is. It's here. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And that will leave me with a piece that I can try that punch out on. And I'm going to put it onto a Night of Navy layer, which I may... No, that's too narrow. Bear with me. This is because I was panicking. You never get a notification, Leslie. That's weird. If you subscribe, you should get a notification. That's 3/4 wide as well. It's fine. I've got a bigger piece here. Right. So, 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Right. Okay. So we've got that. We're going to pop that on there. So it's got a little thingy. We're going to grab our punch and you know, that's weird because I think it should fit, but can I visualize how it's going to? Right, I'm going to give this a go and see if I can get it. Does anyone know if it fits? Or am I just imagining it? No, I'm not. It fits. Halle and Lulia. It fits. Fandabby-dozy, as the Crankies would have said. So that one goes in there. One of the flowers is obviously off the edge of the paper, but no, it's that way. Some of them fit, but not all of them. Okay, so I think I can get those two. Yeah, so there would be a flower here on the pattern, but it's not because it's the edge of the paper. But I'm going to punch everything that I can, because then I can use them for embellishments. So Karen sometimes gets a notification, but it's very inconsistent. That's odd, because I always do. Unless I've gone live and then fallen out. In which case I don't. Oh, come along. This is exciting video, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not going to be... I don't need those, so let's not fiddle-faddle around with them. So... get rid of the bits. Right, okay, so we need a sentiment. Now, obviously, I'm going to cover that with this, so let's get one of the combination sentiments. So I think just for you, dear friend, if I can fit that on. Let's have a look. So, I'm not actually being mad, but it's just you can see through the back. Just for you, dear friend. I don't think it's all going to fit, but we'll give it a jolly good go. Friend, you snuggles in quite nicely. For, I don't think it's all going to fit. Oh, it might. Ooh, ooh, it does. Right. Shaz always gets notifications. Is it to do with whether you have asked for all notifications? Putting the 4 the right way up would be good, wouldn't it? Should we do that? Should we have 4 the right way up? Not sure it looks terribly straight. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, I'm going to use Night of Navy because I need a good strong colour. And Night of Navy is that, given the choice that we've got. I don't think shaded spruce on petal pink would be a great idea. So, fingers crossed. As I say, it's not completely straight, but it's there or thereabouts. So Shaz asks for all notifications. Yeah, I think it may be something to do with that. Now, you can obviously stamp each of these bits separately and you could get them closer together. But I'm being lazy, just saying. And you've probably heard me say this before, Night of Navy has red in it. So I like to clean my photopolymer stamps that have had a particular red dye quite quickly so that they don't go completely pink, which they have, but you know. Right, so just for you, dear friend, and that can then snuggle in under here. Like so. Now, glue it, don't glue it. What you could do, here's a thought. So bearing in mind that these are separate, you could make a whole bunch of cards with just the white and then decide what sentiment you need when you need the card. So you could just do that bit when you need the card. Is that a plan, maybe? Right, okay, so glue. Love the smell of stamp spray. Oh, yes. Hello, Sherry in Canada. And she always gets notifications. Brenton asks for notifications. I don't think it's... No, Karen, I don't know. I think you possibly just need to go and have a look at your settings, your notification settings, for subscribing to my channel, because they will vary from channel to channel. So that's going there. And I suppose I ought to stick the sentiment piece down-ish. As I say, I think if I was doing this again, I would squish all that together and stamp them separately. But for the sake of speed, But yes, make lots of cards. In fact, here's another thought. So you could make a lot of cards and do the pieces, but not stick them down, and gift them to someone as a pack of note cards or cards that they can use year round. So they've got anniversary. So almost do more of these than you do cards. So if you did half a dozen cards, do 10 sentiment bits and explain to them that they can just choose the one they need. And you could actually stick the put tear and tape on the back so they can just stick it, peel and stick. Thank you, Sherry. Whatever, I always know around 6 a.m. your time I'll be there. Yeah, and definitely today is around, because it was just one of those pear-shaped days. You know, sometimes we have days like that and it's okay, and the way to get through them is just to smile and it'll be fine. Now this paper is gorgeous because it doesn't matter which way up you use it. I mean, it's gorgeous, but it's even better because it doesn't matter which way up you use it. Right, dimensionals. Have I got any leaves I could punch? Ooh, not really. No, it's fine, we can live without. Oh, I could fussy cut those, couldn't I? Because they're really easy. Oh, now I don't think anyone's on who ordered this month's class kit, but it's in the post, and the email with all the instructions will be going out hopefully later today. I've done all the filming, I've done all the photography. I just need to do the instructions, which don't take long, and pop the email out. And I'm particularly pleased with my subscriber exclusive project, because people who subscribe to my class in the mail not only get their 7th class free, they also get an exclusive project as part of the class. You can always choose all night away. Thank you, Donna. Yes, so go to YouTube and there's an arrow beside the subscribe button, and there you can choose what you get and what you don't get in the way of notifications. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back. Ooh, I was going to add I can still add a ribbon. I can, but I was going to add ribbon, but I'm going to add it a different way. This is gorgeous ribbon. It's not dissimilar in style to, or from, whichever is correct, the in colour ribbon, other than it's solid in the middle. So it's got that satin edge and that narrow or that lighter bit in the middle, but rather than being see-through in the middle, it's solid. I wasn't 100% when I saw it, and I got it for free at Onstage. I love it now. Really wasn't sure, but now I love it. Right, so that needs to be longer. So there we are, longer. And you can have your pieces going in either direction. I'm just going to grab knock over all my dimensionals. I'm going to grab a bit of, no, I'm going to go fairly central. So some Seal Plus, and at a jaunty angle, I might do a second bit of Seal Plus. There we go. And then we'll pop this down, and then we're going to add some leaves, not leaves, flowers, and then we're going to go for a bit more grungy vintage. So there we go. Right, now I want a little bit of dimension in my leaves. There are two ways of doing this. You can get your stamping piercing mat, or you can just use the palm of your hand and pop your flower in the middle and squish. Oh, thank you, Shaz. My one sheet mini album. Yes. That was quite fun. And then you can pop them down. Now they will squish in the post, but you get the idea. For the smaller ones, you can use the larger one of your ball points from the additional take your pick tool bit. That works best on a piercing mat. Let me show you rather than just describing it. So you pop it down and you just rub the middle and it goes a lovely shape. Let me show you on this one. So this was flat and it just brings those petals up a bit. And I'm going to trim that down because that was the edge of that piece of paper. So I'm just going to trim that so that it's not a point. So just round it off and no one will know except us. Did you see I did a short yesterday of my before and after of clearing up my craft room? Would that it was that quick. It's gone berserk. Within 2 hours, 1,500 views. I mean, seriously. I never get that many views. Right, now I'm going to use glue for these rather than dimensionals because I want them to keep that shape. You could put dimensional under the petal if you wanted. Just hold that in place for a moment. And don't worry about coming off the edge of your layers. That's perfectly fine. It's a design decision, and it's a perfectly good design decision. Yeah, I'm going to try and do more mini albums. I must do what I've been promising to do forever, and do some proper scrapbooking, 12 by 12 scrapbooking. I'm getting very close to doing it. So not long to wait now, and I may even do it as a class. You never know. And I know most of you are not in the UK or Europe, but for those of you watching on replay, and for those of you watching on replay, if you've got any questions or comments, do please leave those below the description bar. And if you're enjoying what you see, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Shaz is waiting. Yeah, I've been promising it for months. So I'm just giving these a bit of movement. And I am then going to come in with some of those milky dots because they're kind of got to be used really because they're gorgeous. So they come in white, petal pink, Night of Navy and Mango Melody. It's bedtime for Donna, quite right too. Yes, see you in Norway. Absolutely. Loved your music on your short video of the before and after. Yes, a woman's touch. It was just perfect. Just absolutely perfect for it. I've actually been in the show that it comes from, but Doris Day, bless her. So Donna, good luck with your launch thing, your I Love to Stamp, and we will see each other in Norway. Can't wait. Right, so I'm going to go petal pink, I think, and I'm going to go both sizes. So that I'm going to have large, those two I'm going to have large, and then I'll go small for the smaller flowers. I was going to go white, but I'm just going to stick to the petal pink, I think. And the fact that they're described as milky is ideal because they are milky. Now, don't faint. I'm going to do the inside. I know! Such a thing never happened. Having said that, is that going to be big enough? No. Right, so I'm going to get another piece of paper. another piece of paper for the inside. Although no, actually I'm not. I'm going to stamp on the inside and apparently throw my brushes around. I need to sort that out. My brushes are just a little bit too close, the lower layer, to these blocks. I've either got to sort the punches out or I've got to sort the not punches. I've either got to sort the brushes or the pads out. Blocks. Dear Lord. Right, so I'm going to go second generation with that. And I'm going to go up the side. And I'm going to go second generation with... Where's Liz gone? I know! I'm actually doing the inside of a card! Something's gone wrong! Now this is a solid stamp. I've not used it before, so I'm just going to give it a rub to make sure that it's okay. My longest running passion is my love of movies. I love Doris Day and have all her films on DVD. 5,000. I saw in your those photos you kindly sent me of your craft space. I wondered whose all those DVDs were, and you've answered the question. Yours. I wasn't quite sure if they were yours or your husband's. So Leslie sent me pictures of her craft space, which is gorgeous, by the way. Right. So yes, Calamity Jane is the show that A Woman's Touch comes from. I've been trying to get it through my head out of my head for a while. Because I couldn't remember what it was from. I remembered the song, I couldn't remember what it was from. I couldn't use that music on Pinterest, so it's a YouTube short, and it was a story on Instagram, but I couldn't use the same music on Pinterest. So there we go. First card, tick. Second card is going to be quite different, but that's the first one. Second one, I'm going to start with a piece of white card and this stamp is definitely calling me. And the little flowers, big flowers. I may use the big flowers, but for the moment I'm going to use that stamp. Now this is a big stamp, so I'm just going to, and it is a two-step stamp. So to make sure that your two-step lines up, let your stamp relax and then pick it up. Do not put the stamp onto the block, do it the other way around. Thank you, Sherry. I'm glad you like it. So I'm just getting that all prepped. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to be doing predominantly Night of Navy. I will be doing some heat embossing, but I'm going to ink up this stamp, and I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we're going to give it a go. So I'm going to kind of build up in pale Night of Navy a bit of pattern. I'm not too worried about where the florals are going, because I can put more stuff in there. It doesn't have to be the flower. And And then I'm going to come back with third generation and fill in some of these spaces. And I haven't put this side down fully, so I can come in and add a bit more. And I'm not worried if things overlap. That's better. And again, I'm not pressing here, so I can use that again. That's probably where I want to go. And I'm going to cover some of this up. You only saw a few of my collection. That's only a few of your collection? Don's been in an amateur production of Calamity. I had the dubious honour, used to help backstage. I used to love doing musical theatre. When I was in Calamity Jane, I had the dubious honour of playing a part that's not in the film. It's the part of Susan, Henry Miller's niece. Now, if you know the film, there's a song, The Deadwood Stage. Calamity Jane actually sings about introducing Henry Miller. And in the stage show, as I say, he has a niece. The niece has one job and one job only, and that is to fill in all the things that you can't have on a stage that you can have on film. So guess what I just saw outside, etc. Right, so you see I masked a bit off because I wanted to fill in that hole. I'm not too worried about that one. So that's my basic background, but we are going to step it up a bit more. I am going to clean that stamp off because it's Night of Navy. So yes, Susan doesn't sing other than with the chorus. But yeah, it was it's not quite like being the narrator. Right, I'm going to take the embossing folder, which is called the Cane Weave 3D embossing folder. So I need my large cut and emboss. I need my platforms for 3D, which means I need my base plate and my 3D embossing plate. And that's all, so I just need those two. Yep. I need my background piece. Hello, Audrey, from a 4 Seasons in 1 Hours Northeast Scotland. Well, yeah, it happens in Scotland, doesn't it? Now, I just want to work out, that's the up, and I think I want it coming up rather than going down. Hello, Marlene, from chilly Wisconsin. -11 degrees? With a wind chill of -25. Good grief. Is that Fahrenheit or centigrade? I mean, either's horrific. Cary Grant's your favourite actor, Leslie. You've got all 72 of his films on DVD. Wow. Wow. Now, this is where I discovered that I didn't die cut this straight, emboss it straight. I think I did, but who knows? Let's see. Oh, no, I sort of did. So we've now got, let me see what you can see. We've now got this embossed background. So it's all a bit wibbly wobbly, which helps with that vintage look. I'm going to trim it down, possibly. Haven't quite decided yet. Right, so I've got another of our white things to go over the top, and this time a Night of Navy label. The cane weaves fold as a favour. I've seen you use it quite a few times, Brenton. You're certainly getting your money's worth out of it, which is good. Right. Embossing Buddy, Versamark, white powder thing. So first things first, Embossing Buddy. And we'll do a different sentiment. Where's my sentiment? Here's my sentiment. I think I might do. Oh, I should have used some of that on it as well. Never mind, I didn't. I'm going to go just for you, dear. So nobody pointed out that I've got 2 4s. I've got just 4 for you, dear friend. I think I might be doing some retro stuff on this and put another label on. Hey ho! So we'll be using basically the same stamps, but this time we'll take out that 4 that we didn't need. Just 4 for you. I mean, seriously, I know my brain's gone on holiday, but really? Okay, so I am just going to squish them together. I'm not going to do them separately, but they'll fit better this time because I've lost a stamp. You couldn't make it up. Thank you all for spotting or being kind by not saying it. Fahrenheit. Oh my dear Lord, that's cold. Because there's a reason you didn't spot it, Shaz. A, I was being very definite about what it was saying, but B, your brain's actually quite good at seeing what it knows should be there. But yes, dear Lord. It was only when I was picking out this sentiment that I realised what I'd done. Pumpy pum, pumpy pum. Just as well I'm known for being mad and not editing videos. So even if this was... Oh, I pressed a bit hard. I've got a shadow on my U, but we can deal with that. So I pressed a little bit hard, and I've got an invasion of powder where I don't want it. So I'm just going to... In fact, I've got an invasion of powder in 2 places I don't want it. Got one there. So we'll get rid of that. Now obviously you can use a teeny tiny brush, which I might have something that will do. That will do. So let's get rid of that and that. There is a brush in the embossing accessories kit, but it's really for cleaning up larger areas. So a small pointy brush is quite useful for little bits. So we all know what's coming. It's trusty cheese board time. Ooh, and because our diet's finished, hubby made homemade bread. Oh, so I've got homemade bread for lunch. Hello, Rita from Illinois. Got it all. Yep, just checking that it's all nice and shiny. Now, once it's dry, and please, once it's dry, because it does need to set. If you touch heat embossing when it's still hot, it will smudge. So I'm just going to take the brush that we get in the accessories kit and just brush over the top to get any embossing buddy off, because sometimes it makes everything a bit milky. And then pop this onto this. Now, I was going to do this as an up and down card, and I'm tempted to actually make it landscape, not portrait, which does mean I need to does mean I need to grab another card base, but that's all right. Right. So yeah, I'm thinking actually that I might have it there with ribbon going round, this on dimensionals, and I want to just have another look at that paper to see whether, no, I think I'm going to need to stamp them. Yep, that's fine. So I think I want some flowers, and I'm going to do just navy again. And we're using Petal Park still, and I'm going to use the solid flowers. Let's take that off there and put that on there, and put that on there. So I need that. I need a scrappity scrap of paper, my Night of Navy stamp pad, right, so we've got some second and some third generation. Punch is there. I thought I was getting out the solid punch, but I've got that outline, but actually I think that's all right. I think that's okay. Right, that had something on the back of it, but it's fine. The front was fine. Right, Night of Navy base. Do I have one out? No, but I've got a spare piece of card, which I'm hoping is a full sheet, because I had a half sheet. In fact, let's... Oh no, that is a full sheet. That's all right then. Oh, hello, Gwen. North Carolina, catch the replay, absolutely. Hello, Barbara. Gosh, lots of chat going on. You don't have that punch, Rita. It's part of the bundle for the Petal Park stamp set. And it works for some of the paper as well as the stamps. So it's quite a good... Yeah, it's quite a good punch to get your hands on, because as I say, it does both. Right, so that's going to go on there. That's going to go on there. We're going to have some ribbon, which I've buried here. I may tie a knot as well. And then we're going to build up some flowers too. And we're going to do the inside as well. I know. Liz really has gone for a walk somewhere. Right, so as ever, I like to use Seal Plus to hold my ribbon in place, and because this is embossed, I'm going to use quite a good amount. And I'm lining my ribbon up with with grid lines on the grid paper, or indeed lines on the grid paper. Don't think we need grid and lines in that order. Grid lines on the grid paper. There we go. And then I'm going to put some more Seal Plus on that so it's trapped, and add some adhesive. You bought the sentimental part but not the petal, so no punch. Right, okay. Yeah, it is a mega suite because it's got the 2 stamp sets. I don't think we call them mega suites anymore, but when they first came out with 2 stamp sets, they were called mega suites. That doesn't look straight. But it is, more or less. It's just deceptive. Right, so that's going to need quite a bit of help to stay in place. Are they still sold out on the Clover Punch? That's supposed to be not a Clover Punch. Not in Europe, can't speak for North America, other than what I can tell you is that question was posed on the leaders' call last night and wasn't answered. I mean, there was a lot going on the leaders' call last night, because we got to see some of the new online exclusive suite that launches tomorrow, and they were talking about the new compensation plan document. Please note, document, not new compensation plan. Compensation plan hasn't changed, they're just changing some of the terminology, which is great. So for those of you who are demonstrators, instead of instant income covering both your discount and the income you get from orders, they're going to be called different things, so you know which is which. Right, so pop that there. And we're going to do roughly the same thing as we did with the first version, if I can find my piercing mat, which is now buried. So let's shape some of these. Now this is card, obviously, rather than paper, so it's going to need a bit more work, but the big one I'll do in my hand again. But the smaller ones are a bit easier on here. And you want one large one. And I'll live without leaves. So those are our 5 fleurs. So same again. You did buy that. You have the ribbon. Yeah, it was one of my on stage. I think it was my prize patrol, but it's lovely. I heard that they won't be able to restock in North America as they are made in China. Yeah, so unless it's carrying over. Thank you, Gwen. I will show you the first version again shortly. So we're going to have 2 flowers down here, as before, and 3 up here, as before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, I could be tempted to use the Night of Navy Milky Dots, but I'm not going to because they're very, very bright. I mean, they are definitely Night of Navy, and I think that's going to overpower this card. So I'm going to use the white, and I'm basically going to do the same again. So I'm going to put large in the larger flowers and small in the smaller flowers, and I am going to do the inside. I know it's scary. So another piece of white, and I am actually going to do the really quick thing and find a bit of paper. Thank you, Marlene. Right, so let's find an A side that works. So I want something that is predominantly Night of Navy. Could just use that, of course, but or that. No, I think I'm going to use either the dots, the Night of Navy dots, or that. I think I'm going to use that. Yeah, because that's more in keeping with the feel of the card. And you always have that annoying bit left over when you're making oops, cards with 6x6 paper. That would be me needing to change my blade then. I think it's going to be just long enough for that not to show. Phew, just. Phew. Right, seal, and then I'm going to be off. So it's been an hour. It's just it was a slightly different hour than normal because it started late. But an hour for 2 cards is not exactly brilliant, but there we go. So do remember, if you've been enjoying what you've seen, a thumbs up is always appreciated. By all means, share to Pinterest. I know a lot of you do, because I see my videos on Pinterest without me having to post them, which is great. Love that. But you can't go wrong with Night of Navy, in your humble opinion. Absolutely. Night of Navy is classic, and it does give that, that's not straight, never mind. It does give that slight vintage feel. So that's our that card. Somewhere buried under here, oh there we are, is the first card. So a definite different feel. I will be redoing the Petal Pink with Just For You as opposed to Just For You. Thank you, Brenton. Both beautiful. Thank you, Sherry. So Rita, this is the first card. Thank you, Leslie. Glad you liked them. So let me flip the camera up so I can say goodbye properly, because you know me, that's what I like to do. So face, there we are, all of me, except I need to see your comments. Thumbs up done. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Carol. So thank you very much. As I say, thumbs up is always appreciated. I didn't think I was going to like this suite. Seriously, Regency Park was not high on my list of things I was going to like, but I bought it anyway. I like to challenge myself. I love it. It's so easy to make really stunning cards. And as I say, just as a thought, as a gift, make lots of cards with separate, don't stick them in, pieces with your sentiment, and you could and have that frame there in place, double-sided tape on the back of your sentiment piece, and gift maybe half a dozen cards to a friend with 10 sentiments so they can use the sentiment that's appropriate for what they need the card for. Just a thought. Use those craft card boxes that we've got would be perfect in there. Hello, Jackie. Haven't seen you for ages. You can watch replay. The replay will post later today. Rita wasn't high on her list either. Thank you very much. I will let you go. Thank you very much indeed for joining me today. Sorry it was all a bit manic. These things unfortunately do happen, mostly to me. So thank you very much. I will be back hopefully with a bit more brain on Thursday. Don't count on it. Until then, bye for now. Oh, wrong one. Wrong. Let's try that.